like magic.
We are back. Woo!
What's up, everybody? How you doing?
What's up, everybody? What's
Coming in hot. Love it.
Video games podcast, RetroLab podcast, FuturemanGaming, MadDawgMike, the Pizza Dude. Here we are, back again, episode 4. How is it going, MadDawgMike?
It's going. That's the best I got, man. It was a very busy, very busy weekend, very busy week so far. I guess it's pretty chill. You know, I ain't got really a whole lot of complaints.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You just working and gaming and hanging.
Basically, you got me back in the itch. You got me back in the itch. I was playing some Dead Space this weekend. That
is good to hear.
Yes, I think I'm gonna do the whole trilogy run. We're gonna play all 3. But I was sitting there and I was having that ADD moment where I'm like, all right, we're gonna play some Sea of Thieves. Oh man, but this game looks really good. But that takes like an hour to download, and but this game over here looks really cool. Or we could just hook up the PlayStation. And I finally just cracked, and I was like, yo, Dead Space, let's do it. So we're playing the demake of the remake.
Dude, I think that...
I thought it was a great joke.
It's the demake of the remake. We're going to get remasters of remakes and then demakes of those and then Mario Kart versions.
Exactly.
Dude, it's going to get crazy over time.
Do you imagine a Mario Kart version of Dead Space? I'm down. I'm down to clown
I mean,
on
anything's possible. After Mario Rabbids came out.
Oh, such a good game, though.
I mean, such a good game.
Such a good game.
But also,
I love RTSs like
not
that.
on my bingo card, not anywhere close to within the realm of, like, possibilities that I thought. But now anything is possible after that.
I mean, before you know it, we're going to, like, Isabel's going to get replaced with a rabbit. It's just going to be Doom Guy and a rabbit. Well, I'm down for that.
We're seeing more and more. We're going to talk about it a little more later. But there's the new... I don't want to lead with this because I feel like it's its own thing. But how else do you describe it? The Smash Brothers style game, Multiverse
with the with Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
that's like Warner Brothers.
Well,
thing,
I don't know. I mean, you give me the top line if you know, or Pizza Dude, feel free to chime in with the information on Multiverse. But it's basically Warner Brothers version of Smash Brothers.
Right. I saw the trailer because I got so hyped when like Shaggy went Super Saiyan with Batman.
See, dude, what?
And it just brought back the memes. You remember those memes with like Shaggy?
Wait, hold on.
Zoinks, I'm only using 10% of my power, and he just like nuked the world.
No.
Yeah,
you don't remember those memes?
No, dude. Hold on.
Aria Stark is in there. From
Game of
Thrones.
That's who that was?
Yeah, Aria. She's in there.
Wow.
No. How?
You just want to go into it? You want to look at that?
I mean, yeah, just take us into it right away. That's definitely on our list of things that we want to talk about in the gaming news segment, but as long as we're already there, I feel like we might as well just cover it.
Yo, my mind is blown right now. Aria Stark, that's my girl.
Yeah, she's a badass.
I'm 100% Team Aria.
So I'll just go over it real fast, and then I'll bring up the YouTube.
Yeah.
So originally this was announced in November of 2021, but more info has come out. It's getting closer. Currently, it's in closed alpha. The closed alpha started on May 19th, and it will end on May 27th. And then the open beta starts sometime in July. It's very similar to Mario Smash Bros. Currently, it's only featuring a handful of characters, but since it's owned by WB, could you imagine the possibility of all the characters they could release on there? That's going to be crazy.
Well, if I remember from the trailer, they had like Cartoon Network characters in there, didn't they?
They have all kinds.
Steven Universe?
Steven Universe is in there. Yep.
And then, like Tom, like you can see
Tom and Jerry's in there.
Tom and Jerry,
Bugs Bunny, Batman.
Oh my lord! Like,
it is free to play, 100% free to play. There's going to be in-game purchases though, and it is going to be cross-play and cross-save.
Do you remember PlayStation AllStars?
Yeah,
No.
it didn't really go well.
Yeah,
Same idea?
It totally bombed, but yeah, it's Smash Bros with all PlayStation characters. Like you had Kratos and Sly Cooper, and I think they had Nathan Drake in there.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank,
It just,
the Sackboy is same thing.
It
Same
didn't
thing.
go well.
Similar style game, fighting
Yeah.
game.
Mhm.
It was
Yep.
a copy and paste of Smash Bros just with PlayStation characters.
I'm wondering how many different versions.
Well, there's an
of
anime
that.
one. What's the anime one called? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all the anime characters.
well, that one wasn't. If we're thinking about the same one, that was Jump Force,
Jump Force. That's
but
what
that
I'm
wasn't
thinking of.
like Smash Bros.
It was like a fighting game.
Yeah, it was a fighting game against
Yeah.
all of them, but like in the realm of like side scrolling, jumping on platforms, the stupid little air recover things people do.
Mhm.
I'm salty from the fighting community. I've been to some of like the Smash tournaments in the St. Louis area, and
Yeah.
I suck at those games compared to those people.
They're
but,
pretty. They can get pretty technical.
They're
Oh my
very
Lord,
Pretty
it can.
complex. Yeah.
It is ridiculous, and like a buddy of mine was joking. He like runs a bunch of them. He's like, if I see one more person show up with a pro controller, they're banned.
Yeah.
Oh man, are you that salty?
He's like,
Come
listen, it's getting that
on."
sweaty, huh?
Currently, the game is only coming out on every platform but Switch.
Aw.
And it's being developed by Player First Games and is being published by WB Games.
Wow. Do you
Yeah,
think that's a Nintendo
crazy.
thing? Why it won't come on the Switch?
I don't know. It's really weird. would
That
think
feels
it
like
would.
such a missed opportunity.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes more sense for a game that is going to be really developed technically, like something very complex, because the Nintendo Switch is
Maybe.
a bit more limiting in terms of what you can do. With that said, a lot of companies have been able to make some incredible ports of their games, like Doom comes to mind, or The Witcher 3 running on the
Oh
Nintendo
my
Switch,
Lord,
so
that game's the new Skyrim, man. Like,
yeah.
when are they gonna stop porting it to consoles and just Witcher 4, everyone? I know they announced it, but like, come on, y'all.
I just saw today, I think that they are releasing a enhanced version.
The
For-
PS5
For the PS5,
version
yeah.
for
Yeah,
Witcher, or
that-
next gen
version.
is coming out.
So I don't know. I like that. I like when a great game gets
I have a theory though.
enhanced. Oh, you got a theory?
I have a theory about the Nintendo Switch. It's probably very wrong, but I'm hoping, because they still haven't announced Breath of the Wild 2, right? I'm hoping that they haven't done that, because there's going to be a new Nintendo Switch, like maybe a 4K Switch or something, that they couldn't.
Maybe.
They didn't have, the chip production was down. Maybe.
Like better than the OLED version.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping is going
Because
to be.
I still have like a Gen 1
new,
Switch. It's starting
more
to sound like an
powerful Switch.
F22.
Yeah. I don't know. I almost feel like Nintendo doesn't even care to compete in
Well,
that
true.
way. Like, they are so content in their own lane that they aren't even trying really to take it that direction. They're just like, we're the handheld, Mario first party titles, and if you want to bring other titles to our system, great. If not, that's great too. I mean, I would love that. I'm with you in terms of wanting that, but it just doesn't seem like that
It's like,
is Nintendo's plan.
wouldn't Breath of the Wild 2 just be like the perfect first game that comes out with the new Nintendo
With
Switch?
like 8K capabilities. Could you imagine?
Dude, they just went completely above and beyond.
Because we
Made
haven't
like,
heard anything about the new Breath of the Wild.
They made like a $900 console. Just it's got like 30 90s in it. It's got like 40 90s in it, 40 90s in it. Giant, liquid cooled. It's like submerged in. What are those builds that are submerged in liquid?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
actually liquid cooled.
What is it, mineral oil?
Yeah.
Or distilled
seen those?
water?
No, I haven't.
There's
How does-
computers that they're
They're in mineral. They're literal mineral
they're
oil.
in it's mineral oil.
I think there's ones in distilled water too. I think you
Yeah,
can
the
do that.
computer's submerged. Yeah.
How?
I don't
Okay,
know.
all right.
There's YouTube
It's
videos.
Cool. It's
Yo,
Well, let's watch this
Pizza
trailer.
Yeah, you got this
Yeah.
trailer
So
here.
Let's
we'll
watch
bring up this
Multiverse.
trailer.
Love
The
it.
cinematic trailer.
Love it.
Because I'm curious to see what other characters are available here.
You're about to be blown away.
Batman
I love the designs though.
on
Like,
the characters.
I'm digging the design.
Yeah, Batman's looking pretty cool.
What's my location? Computer.
Is that the guy who voiced?
I think so.
It's the same voice actors, I believe.
Where am I?
There's Aria.
How did I not
Look
connect that?
I like how Batman just for no reason just threw a
Right, just throws a
batarang right at.
Dude.
What I do to you?
Yeah, this.
They fully embrace the Shaggy.
Oh
meme.
my gosh.
That's only 0.5% of my power bugs. Oh, that is amazing.
We all know who that is. There's Steven Universe.
Cool.
Whoa.
Venture Time.
All right, all right. Bacon pancakes.
Yeah, Finn, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
No, it's Jake.
Jake.
Jake. No, Jake's the. Wait.
Jake's the
what?
dog.
Jake the dog.
Dog.
Finn the human.
Yeah.
Got it.
Cutest little guy.
Puddin'.
Calling you Slobber, 'cause you look like your name might be Slobber.
Oh, I love it.
Tom and Jerry.
Jacket Slobber.
Oh yeah. Jake has potential because he can turn into anything.
Yeah.
Oh, Taz. I'm a Taz main already, right out the gate.
Look out below!
I don't know what's happening here, but this looks like a job for.
For the
Iron Giant. Yeah.
You're with me.
Oh, I love it. I was so excited.
Cool.
Yeah. Very cool.
Wonder Woman.
There's Steven.
Was that who?
Steven Universe is over on the right. I don't know what that green thing is.
I don't know either.
Here, I'll back it up a little bit. We can look.
Like,
It's like
look at that.
a little
Even just as a starting list, I am happy with
Yeah,
this.
I'm so
pretty good
excited.
opening lineup.
I
Yeah.
don't know who this green thing is over here though. I don't.
Yeah, if
recognize
anybody could tell us who that is.
Oh, there's Finn.
that. Yeah, there's
Two.
Finn.
Okay.
This is Steven from Steven Universe.
What does Velma do in a fight?
She says Jinky. the one.
Velma.
Like that, I'm super curious as to her combat effectiveness.
The idea of Velma versus Superman.
Superman.
She
like,
I mean, I guess she could have kryptonite, right?
Yeah, true.
well, no, because he just completely eliminates the who would win in a fight, Goku or Superman. Because like
Yeah.
Velma lays him out. Like, what do you got after that?
Yeah, true.
Goku can't beat him apparently, but no, Velma can.
Rhine Dog.
Rhine Dog.
I don't know who that is. Okay.
I'm still a little upset with myself that I didn't figure out that was Arya Stark.
Yep, Aria.
Like of all how though? That's like an HBO thing.
But you know what this does is it shows just how big WB really is. Because doesn't WB own HBO?
I don't know. I feel like so many companies are acquiring other companies now
Well, Disney
too.
owns like ESPN.
I need like
and
a full
Fox.
breakdown of just like
Oh.
this company owns all of these companies.
apparently
This
that's-
company owns all of these companies.
yeah, Warner does own HBO. Okay.
And the
Warner?
dog
And then
is
Ryan
from
Dog
Steven
is from
Universe.
Steven Universe. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Can I
pretty-
play as Sam? Can Sam be a DLC character? Because I just want to watch him like bumble across the battlefield and beat people up.
I think that.
I don't know if you're familiar with Game of Thrones.
Oh, Samwise.
Yeah. Well,
No.
That's Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
But
Sam
Sam
Tarwill.
Tarly. Sam Tarly.
Sam was great.
Sam.
Yeah, he
He's
always.
my friend Sam.
What about Hodor?
Please,
Dude,
God, let him be an
Hodor.
item. Let him be like you get him in the capsule, like it's
Like in the
Smash,
po-
you
like
get
the
the
poke it?
capsules and you throw
Yeah.
one down and he just blocks off half
Right?
the field.
He just pulls a door out and is just holding it in front of him. Hodor, like ultimate defensive character.
That would be so amazing.
Yeah, Multiverse. Cool name, by the way.
So there's some gameplay. here.
Multiverses, you know?
Okay,
I see what they're going for there.
Play on words there. Okay,
Yeah, multiverses.
I like this.
Let's check this out. Let's see what this is.
Like, look at Wonder Woman. So just
I'm surprised another company hasn't done. Well, I guess you said there was PlayStation Classics or something. Like, I'm curious what other companies have tried to do
like
this, because it makes
PlayStation-
sense that okay, one company does a genre or something that's very popular. Where's like the clones that come after, you know? And then what separates a good clone from a clone that doesn't stand apart from the
there's
original?
A Nickelodeon one too that
yeah,
seen
the
out and
All-Star
about.
Brawl that
Yeah.
they did. Yeah.
There was a Nickelodeon one
it's
Yeah.
been out for a bit.
last year, came out, huh?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
see.
I guess it's just I don't know. Like PlayStation All-Stars wasn't bad. It just
This looks
It
like
was only
this looks like a
PlayStation.
Fortnite menu, kind of,
kinda
doesn't it? And Fortnite's also like, hey, does a character exist? Now it's in Fortnite.
All right,
Yeah.
here we go. Look
Right?
at this. Very Smash Bros.
Yeah, this is very much reminiscent of Smash. I don't know. I
mean,
know this is an alpha, but I don't know how I like the border colors like that
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Around the actual characters,
Yeah,
I think
sure.
I would
they
take that
changed it.
off.
Yeah, maybe
Love
that's
the environment.
maybe that's an accessibility thing that you can turn on and
Yeah,
off.
True, that,
Actually,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I think it is? I think they're playing on teams.
Oh, it could be that too.
Yeah.
Red versus blue. Probably.
Okay,
Maybe.
that would make sense. But like, if it was a normal fight, I would definitely take that.
Yeah, the visuals they have like this 2D like Paper Mario sort of style to them.
I think
almost.
that's the border doing it to it.
Okay.
I agree though. It looks they look flat.
They look kind of flat, so I don't know if that's
I'm hoping
an
that's
aesthetic,
just the
like a
border.
design choice. Which almost gives me like gives me like a Flash game vibe or like a
Yeah.
mobile game vibe a little bit.
Well, what I'm curious is back in the menu, the characters are broken down by like, I don't remember if it said specifically, but like tank and support.
Yeah, Big Nate was just saying that the
Wait,
standard
what?
mode is 2v2, and the characters are classes like tank and support.
Okay, now that is interesting.
See, that actually is a good way to separate yourself from Smash Brothers, and I think is like a move that I support. And I don't know how it plays, obviously, but I like the idea. I like the idea of that.
Very
Because they're trying
interesting.
something different. Okay, it's like, listen, obviously, you know, we're looking like Super Smash Brothers here. We're not trying to deny that.
Yeah.
But what we can do is we can bring in different characters, and hopefully they have really cool fighting mechanics that are unique to those characters, that are unique to our, you know, universe. And then also on top of that, they're bringing in the support classes and the tank classes, and I guess damage. And who knows what else? Technical utility? I don't know. But yeah, I'm curious to see all the different levels. What other characters come out?
A useless effort.
It could be a
Again, it
lot
does
of
look a little
characters.
like I don't know, like it looks a little flat to me in
Yeah,
terms of the visuals.
I
I guess
agree.
is
2D.
my initial impression. Yeah.
I like the sub slap from Taz.
It'd be cool if like they had the levels look like the show that they came from. Like if you played on the Batman level, it looked exactly like the animated TV show. Like
That would be cool.
it like fit the
So you mean
the,
like almost in the art style of,
Yes.
for like Adventure Time? That's
Yeah.
a good or a good example. Like in this, they're all kind of 3D, but Finn and Jake are 2D,
mm-hmm.
really simple characters.
Yeah, so it just would fit the cartoon aesthetic of whatever world that you're playing in or something. It's almost like I haven't seen this yet, but I've seen little clips of Chippendale's
Oh yeah,
the new movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen that
and
one.
aren't they like blending
Yeah, because one of them
3D
gets,
models
yeah.
with like isn't that the crux of the whole movie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of them gets
got
turned
the
into a
CG
real.
surgery.
Yeah,
Or
so it's like sort of bringing the same idea over to this game though, where you know, you have obviously different cartoons with different aesthetics, and then you fit the background and the characters to that, or maybe I don't know, you blend that somehow.
something. Roger Rabbit style, yeah, kind of like that.
Roger Rabbit, yeah.
Cool World.
Yeah, this one in particular, yeah, he's like 3D animated model. I don't know if it's Chip or Dale.
The Batman
I
level.
think it's Dale does the CG and then Chip
Yeah.
stays.
And then throughout the entire movie, I assume, again, I've seen one clip of Ugly Sonic.
Yeah, yeah.
Apparently,
Which-
they paid a lot of money to get that, to get rights to do that.
They did pay for that?
Yeah, they had to pay.
Well,
for
I'm
that.
sure they paid.
I
out the nose.
thought that I saw that they were covered
Somebody
like under
said
protection
that.
of parody though. Like
Somebody
because
said that, but we're pretty sure that's not the case.
oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense then. Ugly Sonic though.
Oh, at
Dude,
least it
what a
wasn't total
name.
waste.
Ugly Sonic.
Oh man. Well, this looks beautiful. I'm excited to try it out. I definitely want to try it.
Yeah,
out.
cool. Well, we'll keep our eyes on that one.
Pino, this is to answer your question. It's made by a studio called Player First Games, and then it's being published by WB, obviously.
Yeah. Looks cool. We were playing Smash Brothers a couple weeks ago, and I was like, damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we played the first one.
The original one's
The
like
original.
holds up really well, and
Oh,
it's still
yeah.
really fun. So, yeah, it's cool to, and I you know, I'm okay with different studios making games that are very similar to other games because that's just true of any genre throughout time.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like in the 90s, there were a lot of, you know, whatever, Doom clones or, you know, platforming games. If like,
Yeah.
you know, that you could claim like, oh, this is just like this game. This is just like this game. But it's almost like, obviously, within that, there's going to be moments where games do evolve and do change things, or they change it just enough to give it its own unique experience. Obviously, different story, different characters, different worlds, different overall art design. So,
Yeah. I was gonna say my first example that came to mind. I was gonna be like, oh, like you know, like Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, but those are both PlayStation games. So
yeah. But obviously, one of those came first.
Right.
And if you looked at the whichever one came second, and you were just like, that's just a copy. Well, it's like, well, they both did really well and were really fun in their own regard. I'm sure I haven't played those games, but
oh no, I love both of them.
Yeah.
I think they're both amazing. But
so it's like, I don't know. I think that obviously right there, it looks like they're trying to do some of their own things as well. And I think that
I'm curious. I am very curious as to the future of that because they already have, you know, it's a free game. They have an incredible out of the gate lineup, but you know, later on, the smart thing to do would to be have some paid DLC fighters.
oh, because it's free to play, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Like
of course.
if you try to think in that realm, who would you want to see in there?
I mean, I would have to like see the list of all the characters that are owned by
Mortal
WB.
Kombat's
Like,
owned by
okay,
WB.
then there it
See,
is.
And that's what I
That's
was
incredible.
thinking because I was remembering back to DC versus Mortal Kombat. Throw in like Scorpion, and then
Right.
you got
Yeah.
Scorpion versus Shaggy.
Awesome.
Like, oh my god!
What if he's like, what would his fatality be? He'd be like, rated G fatality. They just like puff
What is
and
that,
it says,
the friendship.
yeah, it
one?
just like obscures everything. They just turn into a puff of smoke or what was
little
his
puppy.
fatality? Didn't he like rip off his mask
And blow fire.
and then light them on fire?
Yeah.
I'm sure
yeah,
you could
one of
like
them.
tame that a little bit for
It's like a bubble gun.
for
WB
this, so it's
owns
more
Harry
cartoony,
Potter.
right? Yeah,
They own
Harry Potter. Oh my! Could you, Harry Potter?
dude, Tarzan. If they brought in some of the music from the Tarzan movie for his level, get some Phil Collins going in the background while you're.
we
Come
couldn't handle it.
on,
We couldn't handle it.
perfect. Warner
And just-
Bros. franchise.
Just seeing Harry Potter and Snape show up, and the next thing you know, they're both fighting freaking Taz. And
Harry Potter. He could incorporate like different attacks, like with his broomstick, I guess, and different like magical spells.
I would
could
call him a tank. I think he'd be a good
I would see how
tank
that would
character.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Space Jam,
Gremlins? Oh man, Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Oh, Friday the 13th?
We've got the list
Dirty
pulled up
Harry.
here.
King Kong?
The-
Man, Osmosis
Says
Jones?
the Hobbit.
Teenage
Teenage
Mutant
Ninja
Ninja
Turtles, come
Turtles.
on.
Willy Wonka? I don't know how you'd put Willy Wonka in there, but I'm
Scooby-Doo.
sure it could work. Oh man, Never Ending Story. Could
Dude,
I please have
The Matrix,
Falcor?
I forgot about the
Neo versus
Arthur.
Shaggy.
Wait, Arthur. That's not what I think it is. Probably.
Which one?
Arthur.
Like the TV, the kids show.
It
I
says
think,
film
it's a
series.
live action film. Yeah, 1981 film. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. That okay. I know. What
Ace Ventura,
Beetlejuice.
dude, he has an attack where he turns around, and he starts talking with his ass.
Come on. Oh, you're talking about Ace Ventura. I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
Beetlejuice. Excuse me. Do you have a mint?
Excuse me.
Oh
television.
man, Yogi Bear. Hey, boo boo. Looks like this dude's in need of a butt
Yeah,
kicking.
yeah. Perfect.
Oh,
So
man,
many titles.
So many. God, it just out of this world. So many.
Yeah, the potential there, as long as the characters are interesting and the game feels good. And then somebody mentioned earlier in the chat, netcode is always I feel like the connection was always very iffy on Smash Brothers when we did like community games. It was
Yeah.
like very hit
that
or miss.
would definitely set it apart if it
That-
could like
you know,
lock
yeah.
in a good.
If it's just like most games are running great and the hit detection's great and you just
Very
don't have
little
people
lag.
lagging all over the place, that for me
Yeah.
can just ruin the online experience. And I feel like because the Switch didn't ship with like a built-in Ethernet
yeah, that was
port,
a huge
it just
drawback.
means so many people are playing on their Wi-Fi and you know, I don't know, it just leads to a lot of bad games.
There you go.
Will Multiverse have rollback netcode? I've heard of that, but I don't know what that means. But I've heard that that's very good. And it says, yes, Multiverse will have dedicated server-based rollback
Yeah, see, that's what it's going to be
netcode.
because Nintendo's servers like suck so bad, and that's what causes the biggest issue
Dude,
with online Smash.
that's huge
So,
that they're already saying that right
Dedicated
there.
servers they're constantly working on and monitoring. That will definitely set it apart, especially
Yeah.
in competitive
Dude, that's so good.
esports.
And then also, maybe this pushes Nintendo a little bit to up their game,
Yep.
you know? So that's
Probably
why...
not, but
Probably not. Nintendo's kind of like, we really actually don't give a shit what anyone does.
Yeah, to while he's
we're
like
Nintendo.
backstroking in all the money he's got.
Yeah, right?
Like just Nintendo as a whole. But yeah, definitely would say that they're targeting the fighting game community with this. I think this would be great
yeah.
in an esports setting. I'm
Yeah.
curious to see how it goes, especially if WB throws any support behind this game as far as like fighting tournaments and stuff like that.
Oh man.
Yeah, so Batman does have
Kevin
Conroy. Yeah.
Kevin Conroy.
Tara Strong as Harley
Matthew
Quinn.
Lillard's doing Shaggy.
That's pretty good. We were talking about him last week.
Yeah.
He's in
I love
Hackers.
him as an
You're saying,
actor.
yeah.
Love him as an
Most
actor.
people know him from Scooby Doo, but
Imagine
So
voicing
Taz.
Taz.
Oh, Jim
and
Cummings.
just like,
and then they've got Maisie Williams from Game of Thrones.
Yes.
So
Wow,
Yeah.
she actually did the
Yeah.
voice.
I mean,
That's
this
awesome.
this alone makes me think that they're actually putting money into this project.
Okay.
Like that alone makes me feel like they are invested in this game and believe in it enough to like pay more for things that they don't have to technically. They could get just other people to voice those characters and just like bank on the fact that people are like, "Oh, I like all these characters. Cool." You know? But I always like when it's the original voice
so
actors,
much
you know?
better.
Even
So much
like
better.
in the 90s when they had like the cartoon version of whatever Disney movie
Yeah.
and it was like different voice actors who again probably still did fine. I just always even back then remember being like, that's not them though.
Yeah.
You know?
It just doesn't hit the same.
Right?
But I'm looking at that list. I see John DiMaggio coming in as Jake. Could, like, please, WB, I know you're watching this because we are the sickest podcast on Twitch,
Yeah.
right?
Hey.
Could I please get Bender in this game
Oh.
to fight Jake the dog? That's all I want. Okay?
Please.
Like, shut up and take my money at this point.
That would be sick.
Although
we
saw the name and I was like,
hold on.
we gotta do it.
We know who's the voice actor for Bender.
John DiMaggio.
Oh, wait. So he's already.
He plays Jake the dog.
Oh,
Or he does the voice for Jake the dog.
Dude, I wonder if there was like a negotiation thing because obviously,
I mean, Futurama's coming back.
well, yeah.
So why
Where
not?
I'm going with this is when it came to Futurama and the comeback, he was the holdout, right? He was like, I'm not going to be a part of it because, the money it's not enough. I mean, it's not working out with this number. And so for this, I don't know. We didn't hear about that. I wonder if two things. Either they saw like the news of him kind of holding out on Futurama and like came in with a higher offer to him. I wonder if that like had any sort of
that might have. Money talks. Money talks.
But yeah, it's cool
Oh,
it's cool that they're paying for the original voice actors,
That definitely speaks volumes as far as like the quality of game they want to put out.
These game modes sound interesting too.
Team-based
It's gonna be
2v2.
2 versus 2. Strong emphasis on online cooperative gameplay.
Very nice.
It'll also include 1 versus 1 and 4-player free-for-all, where only one fighter can come out on top.
dude.
More modes will be revealed.
I love it.
Legion in the chat says guaranteed Disney will be the next one to get into Smash Brothers games.
It's
don't
about to
know.
be a girl fight.
Could you imagine just
Dude.
fighting all the princesses together?
That's the first thought that came to mind. Just like Snow White walking up, just smacking a crap out of
Let it
Cinderella
snow. Let it snow. Oh.
with an apple. Just punch in the throat.
But see, I
my
don't think
God.
Disney will do it because I think they're very anti-violence, right?
Yeah.
It wouldn't look good on
Oh.
their IPs.
Yeah.
I don't see that happening.
They could maybe do it just with characters that are already in violent shows
True.
like
Captain
Star
Jack
Wars
Sparrow.
and sure, yeah. Yeah, is Captain Jack Sparrow in the same universe as Aquaman by any chance?
Oh,
Uh,
Aquaman.
Aquaman.
I'm sorry. I had to get real there for a
Aquaman.
second.
Just asking, just curious.
Man, that'd be
Dude,
funny
I
to
bet you that would make a lot of money.
that would make so much money.
I'm just saying.
Aquaman.
Give me on the marketing
Thank you.
team. cool. Well, we'll keep our eyes on that. We'll probably play that in here whenever that officially comes out.
We have to.
We'll try that out. And then what would be really fun is to also get a list of like all the other Smash Brothers style games and like kind of go through each of those, the Nickelodeon one, or even like go back to the PlayStation Brawl.
Yeah, that would be fun to watch.
Just do like full, multiplayer Brawl style game nights in here. I think would be cool.
Hollow? Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Brawl Hollow, that was like a more recent one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good though. It is good. Well, dude, you played Dead Space. I played a little bit of Tunic yesterday.
I saw that.
Yeah.
How was that? I didn't get a chance to
Tunic is very good. It is a lot like Lynx Awakening, I would say aesthetically. And did you play the remake of Lynx Awakening?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
See, it's got this like nice isometric camera with this unique 3D art style, and you play this fox. And you start off with nothing, and you don't really know anything. It just kind of drops you into the game, and you go from there. And you just explore. You pick up and find new items. And there's like a sword and a shield that I found, which that allows me to slice through those little bushes right there, and opens up like different areas. So
this is such a cute art design.
Very super ultra cute.
And the music is great.
Yeah, the music is phenomenal. Very, very awesome. The way that it also phases and changes as you go to like different areas seamlessly. It I don't know if you ever played the game Fez.
No, I haven't played
Fez. I would highly recommend as well. Came out like 10, 11 years ago. And the soundtrack was by a guy named Disaster Piece, I believe. And very synthy, wavy, ethereal, like style music, beautiful piano, and just nice, just vibey is how I would describe it. So, I'm still really early in the playthrough, but after playing Elden Ring for the last couple months, I was like, okay, this is one of the best games I've ever played in my life, potentially. Like, where do I go from here?
Yeah, right.
And this has been an excellent follow-up because it has sort of some Elden Ring similarities in terms of like the world being, pretty open world exploration, just kind of drops you in. It's very passive in terms of telling you where to go and what to do. And then there's also a role. And there's also bosses, and there's also a parry, and there's also magical spells, and there's also a little flask you can see like up above my camera. There's like the two flasks.
Your little flasks.
So I've got, your health down in the bottom left, and you've got your endurance down there. If you run out of endurance, you are susceptible to taking more damage. There's lots and lots of hidden areas and secret little treasure chests that feel so rewarding to find, in the same way that Elden Ring was very satisfying in terms of finding
I love
the secrets.
The panic in the characters when you ran out of stamina.
Yeah, yes.
He's just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
He stops rolling
away.
and instead just is like, oh, he speeds up a little bit, but I think you lose all of your iframes. So it's pretty cool.
Like, just that little sweat, that anime sweat animation.
Like so stressed out. Yeah. It's been really, really, like, see how I just found that secret right there? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the heck is that?
And then, there's like this weird language that means you just don't know what you're doing a lot of the time. And again, I'm kind of okay with that. It's sort of...
Please tell me that's like a bomb chew.
I think it's a little...
It ends up being money.
I think it gives me money. I think you just use it and then it like you break it and a bunch of
for money.
a bunch of coins come out.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a bomb shoe.
Yeah. Yeah,
This game looks adorable, though.
it's great. It's got a lot of good things going for it. Try and find the so I want to talk about this for a second. No signal. Hold on. I think that was I remember I had to like change around my entire setup because I'm sending that monitor in.
Yeah.
I still got to send that in.
Oh yeah, look at the back. That was cool.
Yeah, so when you pause it, it like pixelizes the background, which is very cool. But what's interesting is as you explore the world, there's all these little pages that you find that ultimately build into like a little instruction manual.
Yeah, notice there you went from page 15 to 28.
Yeah, so the pages, I'm finding them all out of order,
Which I think that's done on purpose.
which is fine.
And there's like 52,
But it like
Pages.
gives you certain information,
but you have to decipher it pretty much.
but it doesn't tell you everything. So it's kind of a blend between how passive Elden Ring is at telling you how to do stuff, but also not directly being like, okay, and this exactly does this. This exactly does this. It sort of lets you discover things still.
Yeah.
But also gives you little hints and tips.
It looks like a huge game.
Yeah, and that's just one section. Like there's arrows that lead to whole other
There's whole other
sections
areas,
of the
yeah.
map. So, yeah, it's got this like really interesting. Depending on where you are, it's got like this tilt shift effect.
Well, it looks like when
That
you were
looks kinda
locking,
cool.
you locked on, and it
Mhm.
like shifted up the camera a little.
Yeah.
I added kind of like an intensity effect to it almost.
Yeah, that is. You can use that at any time, but if you lock on, it obviously points your character towards that enemy. But you can use that to sort of shift your point of view and your perspective to maybe see like secrets a little bit better. So sometimes
Yeah,
it
see, I
just
think
gives you
that's
a
what
little
you were
bit.
just trying to do.
Yeah.
Aggro, it actually does show your position on the map.
Yeah,
Look right there.
it does show your position.
And it's a live updating, so when you move, you'll be, if you go up here, you'll be up
that's
there.
nice.
Yeah, and then I found out later in the stream that you can actually zoom in on the map,
Which is super helpful.
which is pretty cool. And again, it's got like this, even though it's just a modern game, it seems like tied to the past, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
like, it feels like if there was a demake of this game, like that would make sense. That this game did come out in 1993 on the Game Boy or Super Nintendo, and this is like the remake version of that. It just feels like a modern retro, even though there is no old game that it's a remake of. It just feels classic, but also looks very new and nice and sounds good and looks good and plays really well. So
This looks like a game I could definitely like play on a plane or something.
oh yeah.
It is on Game Pass,
You know?
and PC right now.
Yeah. Timed exclusive, right?
Yeah, that's what it said.
So Microsoft timed exclusive on Game Pass. But I was playing on PC, which I don't really fully understand.
And it's on Steam too.
So
Well,
it's,
Microsoft owns Xbox, and they own Windows.
yeah.
Only makes sense to me.
So it's basically, I guess the definition of an exclusive is changing now. It used to be like, listen, if a game was exclusive, it was exclusive to that console. But
True.
now Microsoft has totally shifted their
There's
approach.
Everything we own, it's exclusive to that.
Yeah, so now exclusive, if it's a Microsoft exclusive, it's exclusive to Xbox and PC. But still available like on Steam though.
Yeah.
Which
yeah,
is
yeah.
interesting because it's like they're willing to concede
Branch out a little
profits to Steam because they're all in on people just getting the Game Pass, I
Yeah.
guess.
Probably.
It's kind of their, their business
It's free on Game
decision
Pass.
here, yeah.
That's where I played it.
And I think officially the PlayStation Plus new
I think
classic.
they released in like Europe.
I think it just came out. I think
something.
I think it just came out everywhere. I think.
Oh, did it?
I thought it was June.
Oh,
13th.
okay.
I think for the States it's in June.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Europe is June 23rd, if I remember correctly from our
You
past
know
stream.
what did just recently get a drop on the release date? I
Huh.
know some people are going to be super stoked about this. I'm kind of still on the fence. But Modern Warfare 2,
Modern Warfare 2, baby.
bring
It
a
up.
whole new taste
Let's get into our gaming news
Wanna get into news?
segment,
All
shall we?
right.
Let's start going through because that's actually at the top of the list.
All right, so the first thing we're going to go over today is it's not huge. Well, I guess it is huge, but there's not a lot going on with it. Just we have a ship date for Modern Warfare 2. Ships October 28th.
Modern Warfare 2, the 2022 version of Modern Warfare 2.
Not
Let's
to be
go ahead
confused
and
with
just
the one
releasing-
from 2009.
Yeah.
on the 28th of October in 2022.
Modern Warfare 2,
2022. 2-2.
Yes.
With the Roman numeral 2.
Moderner. More moderner.
Roman numeral 2.
Warfarer 2. Yeah.
More modern.
We'll see what's up with that. I that was my very first Call of Duty game that I like really got into. So that one might be fun to check out. October 28th. We've got a date. We'll see what happens because games are getting delayed all the time now. It's almost like anytime a company's like the game's coming out on this day, I'm like,
I mean, I don't know.
we'll see.
Call of Duty.
Okay.
Call of Duty just wants to pump it out, you know. I don't know if
That's true.
If I would assume it's Activision is the one behind these.
Yes. I think
Don't
Activision.
remember.
Activision. Well, there's Treyarch, Sledgehammer, and Infinity Ward, and I think that Infinity Ward was always the Modern Warfare
Infinity
company,
Ward was Modern Warfare.
and so they're all under the Activision umbrella, I believe.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't think that they've really been delaying those games because those are pretty much like on a nice timetable. They like getting those out yearly, pretty much.
Yeah, Infinity Ward and Activision.
Yeah, which is now owned by Blizzard, which is now owned by.
I think it's the other way around. I think it's Activision.
Activision
bought
owns Blizzard,
and then now they're together.
and now Microsoft bought Activision and owns Activision,
There you go.
and then Disney's gonna buy Microsoft, and then Nintendo's gonna buy Sony, and they're gonna combine forces and make a new company called Sontendo.
I forgot.
And then
Microsoft
Sontendo is going to buy LucasArts. LucasArts is going to buy
But Lucas
NBC.
owned by
NBC is
Disney.
going to buy. I know. I'm just.
You can't mess with LucasArts, man.
What is
it
the-
involves Star Wars?
What's that game where the snakes eat other snakes? That's basically.
Is that Snake?
Yeah, it was like Snake.io or whatever.
That's basically it. Yeah.
My uncle already works for Sontendo. Yeah,
Just-
exactly.
Everybody's buying everybody until it's just going to be one company.
It
And then-
probably is. It's all owned by Google, probably.
Yeah. Who made Google?
Google.
Yeah, but like
Google.
what guy? I feel like everybody knows Amazon is Jeff Bezos. Elon Musk is Tesla.
Larry
go.
Page and Sergey Brin. There you go, the founders of Google. John Google.
Isn't that so crazy though that like nobody knows them? I don't know. I guess everybody knows Bill Gates, or who's the Apple guys? People know the Apple guys.
Bill Gates. That's all.
What the heck's his name?
Page, Steve Jobs, and
Jobs and the
Yeah.
other guy.
but like you just don't hear
Yeah, you don't hear about
people
the
talk about
founders
the
of
Google guys. And Google, I mean, they were competing back in the day with Yahoo. There was Yahoo. There was
Bing,
Bing,
Ask
Ask
Jeeves.
Jeeves. Yeah. So they really kind of like own that. People say, yo, I'm going to Google that. Can you Google that? And it's just like, I don't know, maybe they just are keeping it
just
low
so
key.
much
They're not,
shorter.
because they're so rich too. We know about all these super other rich dudes. What are these guys doing?
Well,
That they're just
see,
keeping it low key.
The CEO has changed. It's this guy now. Those were the founders, but this
Oh,
guy's the CEO.
now it's Sundar Pichai, who is the CEO since 2015.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I've seen him. Yeah, I've seen his face. Yeah.
You've seen that guy before.
Yep.
Well, he's keeping it low key too. You know?
Too.
All right, what's our next topic? Modern Warfare coming out this October. We'll see.
Well, yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Our next up is the Lord of the Rings game, Gollum.
All right.
Gollum.
All right.
So it finally has a launch date, September 1st. It will be coming out on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, PS4, Xbox One, and PCs. The Switch version will arrive later in the year. So there goes back to my conspiracy theory that maybe
They're holding off to bring out like a Super Nintendo
right.
Switch.
So the story actually follows the books of Gollum rather than the film trilogy. It's detailing his happenings during the first chapters of the Fellowship of the Ring after he loses the ring to Bilbo. The gameplay-wise, it's a stealth adventure game where you can sneak around environments and choose to avoid or engage enemies, depending on your choice whether you want to go with Gollum, because he's got split personalities. You either go with Gollum, the more vicious nature, or Smeagol, who is more timid.
So
I can see how that makes
like
sense.
Stealth action. Are we talking like Sticks and Thief kind of stealth
Probably
action?
sneaky sneak.
Dude, probably like Assassin's Creed is my guess. I bet
do
you it's gonna
have
be
a
like
trailer up.
I bet you it's gonna be like an open world. It's a cinematic trailer though, right?
Yeah, you're right. It is cinematic. Yeah.
I'm curious.
I wonder
to
if
see
I can
some
find
gameplay.
gameplay.
I feel like
soon.
of all the characters, I'm not interested in playing as Gollum.
I really no.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
it doesn't really interest me either.
So we'll see.
There was a
Could be
gameplay
good.
trailer.
It could be really good. Oh, I guess let's watch that gameplay trailer.
That's from a year ago.
The gameplay overview trailer. Here we go. We'll just watch this again. I mean, I do like being in Middle-earth.
Yes.
Like Wiz Arcade, though, out of so many characters, they chose Gollum.
Right.
No, don't look at us. The precious is gone.
Okay.
Yeah, this is from a year ago. I don't think we're gonna see a whole lot in this gameplay.
Yeah. They're at least showing some of what the
Yeah, see
engine's
that,
looking like, though.
Yeah. I don't. You know what? You know what I've always wanted to play, but have never had the opportunity is like the PS2 Lord of the Rings: Return of the King game that everybody raves about. Where you
I
get to
love
play as
those
like
games.
Aragorn and Gimli and Legolas.
There was 3 of them.
Oh,
They
those
have-
the hack and slash like beat 'em,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
dude,
beat
those
'em
games
up.
ruled. Those games were so
Those were the best.
fun.
I never
oh
played
my
those ones.
gosh.
It had
those,
all the music, all the voice actors. Dude, it was so cool.
Yo,
The
Shadows of
action was-
Mordor and Shadows of War.
I love those too.
I love those.
Those were the ones that came out like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Yeah, I think
Roughly.
Shadows of Mordor was the
This is
launch
newer.
title for the PS4,
Yes,
Yes, it was.
and then Shadows of War not too long after that.
Dude, I would almost prefer like a remaster of those old beat 'em ups.
I agree.
I would,
that would be
kill
cool.
for a good beat 'em up again.
It
I have
was-
not played like a legit beat 'em up in years.
Yeah. Yeah, those. Well, you should play Streets of Rage 4 then.
I do want to play. Streets of
Yeah,
Rage.
I would highly
I
recommend.
love
That is a
anything to
good,
do with Streets of
really,
Rage.
really good game. That if you haven't played a good, that's like a classic, more classic side-scrolling beat 'em up. This
3D.
game was 3D, so you would like go from area to area.
Kind of like over the top almost.
Yeah, I think it was.
but not really.
I was like.
It was like angled.
I think it was isometric. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Angled. Yeah.
100%.
But yeah, I don't know. I just am not that interested in playing as Golem. I'm
not
still
either.
open to it. Obviously, it could be a great game, and that
They
all
just
depends. We'll keep our eye on it.
They
Again,
could have picked a different character.
I 100% agree.
Personally,
I almost, not to show how big of a nerd I am, I almost would want to.
what if you just lifted up your shirt and there was a giant Golem tattoo like across your chest?
we're offending
It's
Mike.
actually, it's actually on my back, but it's right next to Jar Jar Binks. They're like back to back
Oh
doing one of these
my
things.
Yeah, dude.
But I almost want to go back to the Silmarillion and learn more about Gandalf. I would like a good Gandalf.
Gandalf lore.
oh,
Yes,
yeah.
some Gandalf
I think
lore.
I've listened to some lore on like TikTok and stuff.
I think that would be a
and
great
it's super,
RPG.
Super interesting.
Like
Yeah.
leveling up Gandalf and learning new
'Cause he's
spells
like-
and becoming more effective.
I forget what they're called.
Smoking
but he's like one of
different
the
herbs
guardians
to
of the
power
earth.
up.
Yeah. He's like one of the oldest living beings.
Yeah.
He's like guardian of the earth. It's
Dude,
pretty
you could
crazy.
do young Gandalf then.
Yeah.
There's so much potential there.
Yeah. The lore is really super interesting.
Well, all right, Golem. We'll see. That comes out what day again?
September
Uh,
1st, I think it said.
Yeah, September 1st.
September 1st.
Maybe
all
if
right.
it's on Game Pass.
Yeah, true. True.
We'll see.
I need to see more gameplay, I guess. And then also
Yeah.
depends on what else is coming out around them. But
Yeah.
I'm pretty,
That's on the
lukewarm.
back burner.
Lukewarm in terms of my hype around that.
If
these
I have nothing else
days.
to play, maybe.
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right, what do we got next?
Next up, for those of you that are into Destiny would know that today launched the new season of Destiny 2. It is called Season of the Haunted. Along with that came the new Solar 3.0 class, which was, if you play Destiny, you know they reworked the entire way the class works. They have a new seasonal exotic and new armor and weapons. For those of you that have played Destiny in the past, Emperor Callus, Cabal Emperor, he's back. He went to the pyramid ship on the moon, so we're figuring out what's going on there. We haven't seen Callus since the beginning of Destiny 2-ish. So it's been like 5-6 years now since we've seen this character. There's just been talking of him here and there. His ship is back, the Leviathan, which part had the raid on it, and it was a patrol zone. So that's pretty cool. And then the seasonal exotic, which for those who do know or don't know, Shiro 4, which one of the characters in the lore, it's her sidearm. It's the seasonal exotic.
Dude, that I have no idea what you just said
I have a
because
trailer.
I don't if anybody
wanna
plays
watch
Destiny
it.
2, there it is. You used to play, right, Mike?
I did, but now at this point, I've been out of the Destiny thing for so long. Like anytime I hear that name, I just get that meme video stuck in my head where it's Zavala talking to someone. It's like, one flipping guardian came here and kicked your collective asses for a meme. All I
Yeah.
have to do is tell him that you drop a new gun or that Eris could make you into one. That's all I get.
So
That's
there's a
all I
meme.
got for it.
There's a meme because us as guardians, we like to turn bosses into guns and then
Yeah.
use them as guns.
You can like take their souls to this.
Yeah, you
NPC
take their soul or you
and she'll
take
turn it into a
something
gun.
and turn it
Whoa.
into a gun.
I mean, yeah, they're just trying to keep things going.
Yeah.
They keep putting out new stuff. I don't
have
know.
a trailer if you want to watch it. If not, we can go on. It's up to you.
I don't really care if you want to watch if you're thinking about playing it, you want to check it
I
out.
probably won't play it personally.
All right, we can just keep it
I
moving
think
then.
We'll be okay.
All right.
Yeah, there it is. Destiny 2 stuff. Now you know. If you didn't know.
Welcome to the jungle.
All right, our next one up is about everyone's favorite game and most popular game of the year, Battlefield 2042.
Yeah, that's a bold
Cricket
statement there, bud.
noise.
Great bold statement.
Their official season 1 is about to begin. They're including overhauls to the maps, a focus on smaller player counts, and a winding down of the hazard zone, which if you don't know what hazard zone is, it was basically Tarkov, pretty much.
Hey,
Season
real
1.
quick, hot take. Can we get some Fs in the chat for Battlefield
This game
2042?
is season done.
All right.
Okay.
Like,
I
that
mean,
that
what?
game was DOA, and I put all of my heart and soul into that game.
You were a believer?
I was a believer because I love Battlefield. It's what it's
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
Bad Company, Battlefield 3, 4. Like I
Yeah.
was in it, but
I was in it for a while too.
I got this and I was playing with my friend and I had a lot of fun at the beginning. Like everything was good, but then like all these patches that they're trying to fix stuff just broke more stuff. And recently I tried
Brutal.
to get a game in because I was like, okay, it's been a little bit.
Yeah.
I can, a few patches have come out. Maybe it'll work.
Right.
Dude, I hopped in a tank and everything was fine. I was able to move. I was able to turn and shoot and all that stuff. As soon as I got out of the tank, I can move forward, back, left, and right. I cannot look
Wow.
unless I am in a vehicle.
Not even-
That is how broken that game is.
Yeah. Not even a good bug. Not even like a funny
it is
bug.
a game-breaking bug.
Yeah. Just a frustrating. Because there are like funny
Yeah.
where the
like
character's like stretching out weird, or you've got just
like your guns disappeared, but you're still shooting.
sure, there's things that you can like laugh about,
Yeah.
but this sounds like it's just a mess.
No, that completely disables my ability to play the game.
It sucks because I think they pulled the team off of Battlefront 2 to work on this game specifically. Star Wars Battlefront 2, they stopped supporting to work on this game. And I've heard that Battlefront 2 got to a nice place. I didn't play that.
That's what I heard,
It
too.
was Battlefront 2 stayed pretty solid in my opinion, and I was a very harsh critic of Battlefront 1 and 2.
Battlefield,
Sorry.
Battlefront.
Did I say Battlefront?
You said Battlefront.
Okay.
You're talking about the Star Wars game.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Okay,
so
all right.
Battlefront 1 and 2, the two new ones that came out, I was a harsh critic of both of them. But Battlefront 2 brought a lot of stuff that I really wanted out of the first one. And it was still a very solid game.
Yeah.
I think it was a huge mistake to pull anybody off of any successful project
Yeah.
to put them onto Battlefield 2042. It had huge potential. Maybe 2 more years in development and this game would have been finished. They released a broken game.
Yeah.
100%. That's the Mad Dog hot take. This
It wasn't ready.
this was not a $60 game. This was a $20 game at best.
In the way that it came out.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's a damn shame because I also like Battlefield and think that it can be so epic and so fun. And they were going bigger, like what was it, 128 player lobbies?
Yeah.
Which I'm intrigued by that. I was like, yo, that could be crazy. That could be
It was
so
crazy.
awesome. I played the alpha or the beta.
Yeah.
The beta, and it was like pretty broken, and I still had an okay time, but yeah, it was in pretty rough shape even then. But I was like, oh, it's a beta, this will be their time to clean these things up in time for launch. Maybe we'll see, but yeah, I think probably they pushed it out too early, and then the pandemic, I'm sure, like fricked them up, and
I think it was just
they weren't willing to, like other studios have delayed. Mostly some, I don't know. You could say Halo comes to mind, where like that probably could have even still been cooking a little bit more. But if they would have pushed that game out,
well, that's what they were blaming it on. They were blaming it on Halo Infinite because they were trying to hurry up and be a competitor.
Oh, then there's
Infinite.
that side of it too,
So
right?
they were trying to release it around the same time. And
Damn.
they hardcore blamed Halo for its bombing, but it had nothing to do with Halo.
Yeah.
Your game was broken out the gate.
The game was
At
broken.
least Halo, that wasn't a broken game. Well,
Mm-hmm.
it had its bugs. I'll give it that. But it wasn't completely like dog water breaking
Yeah.
like Battlefield did.
Yeah, Halo it was playable. They
Yes,
were
it was
they were
playable.
there. They were there enough. You know, they still needed to like finish some stuff. Obviously, they're still working on things and releasing things
Yeah,
and
but they're
updating
going in
things
the
over
right
Halo.
direction.
Right, yeah. Yeah,
But-
you think Battlefield 2042 it's just too late. I mean, what did it say that they're lowering the
Yeah, they're going from 128 lobbies down to 64
Yeah, I don't think they're filling those
universally.
lobbies.
So that's their breakthrough mode and the conquest mode.
Yeah.
So now we're going to have less bots on the field because
It was just
now
all
we
bots
don't have
before.
128 spots to fill.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because if you can't get a full lobby, they don't make you sit there and wait. They just fill the empty spots with bots.
Yeah, that's what I felt like. I felt like there were a lot of bots running around.
Yeah, and then like Hard Zone, this bit here about taking out Hard Zone. Hard Zone was not a bad game mode. I thought that was pretty fresh.
Yeah.
I liked it. I had fun with it.
What's Hard Zone?
Like
it's think of like Escape from Tarkov or the Hunt Showdown. You go in and find
You got to
find
loot
gear.
stuff and then leave.
you got to find these data cards and then
They
get
had that
them-
in this game?
Yeah, you have to
Hazard
find these
zone,
data
yeah.
cards with your team and then get them back to a point.
Oh, yeah. I remember the
upload
trailer
them
for that.
and
I
you get
remember
points.
now. So they're just getting rid of that.
Yep, it's gone. Goodbye.
Oh, man.
See, and I don't think that's a good direction because I thought Hard Zone was a solid game mode.
Right.
It had solid game modes.
I think
but
what they're doing is because they've hemorrhaged so many players, they're like, we need to stop splitting our player base between these game modes and try and consolidate everybody into games to get these lobbies filled, is my guess.
yeah, I could.
That's
I
my
could see that.
guess.
It's kind of like the Sea of Thieves move, where they took out the arena to focus on the adventure part.
There you go.
That is an excellent point. I didn't think of it that way. Yeah,
That's my
'cause
guess.
They are definitely hemorrhaging players.
Well, maybe they'll try again next year or whatever. However,
F's in the chat for Battlefield.
Battlefield
yo.
1, 2
It
coming
does say,
soon.
right here, apparently they're keeping the hazard zone accessible, but beyond addressing critical errors and odd behaviors, they're just not going to.
Oh, so they aren't removing it.
Oh, they're
They
just
just
gonna
aren't
stop
developing
support.
it anymore.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense too, I guess.
All right, well, we'll see. Season 1, I don't know.
Yes, Battlefield Bad Company 3. I need to know if we saved the cheerleaders.
Dude, I feel like that would be a grand slam.
would
Legionnaire
be-
says that would be a grand slam if they had enough time to develop. I feel like people would get hype
Dude,
like
I would
that,
be there at midnight.
in the
for
same
that
way that
game.
people have gotten hype for a new skate.
Yeah.
Like, it's been a while since
Just-
there's been
yeah,
a
just
bad
give me a
company,
good
right?
Campaign. Just give me a good campaign.
Yeah.
It did have a solid multiplayer.
It had great destructible environments, which I
Yes.
felt like was something that I loved so much about Battlefield that I feel like instead of improving on that, it stayed the same or got worse.
Oh, I feel like it got worse.
Yeah.
Like, Battlefield 3 and 4 were good. They weren't great, but they were good. And then they came out with Hardline. What the hell was that?
Yeah, that game bombed pretty
Too Fast,
hard,
Too
right?
Furious.
Like, what the hell, guys?
Yeah, that one didn't work.
Yeah, I would say Battlefield 3 was the peak.
I
That
got-
was
I loved 3.
chef's
It was
kiss
so
perfect.
good.
I've got
Picasso.
my most hours in Battlefield 3
Yeah,
for sure.
same.
I had a
Yeah.
great time with it.
That was amazing. And hey, not to knock on Hardline for anybody that enjoyed it. I just had an awful time with Hardline. There was so many things that went wrong with that game for me.
Didn't look very good to me, but I didn't see a lot of gameplay from it.
Yep.
All right, what do we got next?
All right, next up, there's this game. I don't know if you heard about it, but Elden Ring. There's a
Oh
guy.
yeah, no, I heard they sold 12 copies, right?
Yeah, like 12 or 3
Yeah,
or
only
They
something.
sold
12
12 copies.
Yeah, Lego Star Wars is still beating the snot out of it.
Oh my gosh, not a chance. Not a chance. This guy.
So we have we have a cool mod that's being developed. It's considered a seamless co-op experience mod. It's being developed by a YouTuber. His name's Luke Yui.
Yeah.
Will be available for testing on May 27th. If you don't feel like or not comfortable with modding, he says there will be a collection of Twitch streams with a set of bug hunting alpha testers to check out. As many know, some aspects of the game are locked during co-op, like horseback riding and resting at bonfires. And then, your partner is dismissed once the boss is defeated. Well, it looks like that's probably going to be unrestricted now. Maybe there's going to be some horseback riding, being able to rest at bonfires. Maybe they won't be dismissed. The developer states playing with others isn't always just for beating games. Sometimes it's simply about experiencing them, and that's always better with company.
Well, there's my next stream. Futureman power leveling my character in Elden Ring. There you go.
Yeah,
There's
perfect.
some kind of
babysitting
trailer
mode.
here.
Yeah, the babysitting mode. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'll call it that.
Elden Ring seamless co-op. So is this basically so you don't have to deal with invaders? Is there any difference besides that?
Doesn't really talk about that.
Because you can already play the entire game in co-op, but I think
Could you imagine
the potential downside for some people is then you're just going to be getting invaded the entire time.
Well, according to the article, apparently you can't ride horseback, you can't rest at bonfires, and once a boss is defeated, they're dismissed.
Huh.
I can't speak to that personally as I haven't done that, but that's what the article states.
Could you imagine with this mod, let's say you the co-op cap is 4 people total, so it's you and 3 friends, and you get invaded by another 4-person team?
No, it's a maximum. Are you asking if that's possible?
No, with this mod, because you saw the article picture, it had 4 people around a bonfire.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
So you co-op
really?
with 3 friends.
Because normally the max right now is you can bring in 2 summons.
Yeah, Pizza Dude, could you bring up that picture again real quick?
Yeah.
So this.
Yeah, so you got 4 people around that bonfire there. So
Interesting.
That's
you got
probably in
3
this
friends, and
trailer.
the next thing you know, you're invaded by 4 people, and so it's you 4 versus those 4. Could you imagine the utter chaos?
That could actually be
That would
so
be-
fucking cool.
That sounds like so much fun to watch.
I don't think that that's what they're going for, but I love the idea of that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, Therotryptamine confirmed you can't open world co-op. You would have to summon your friend 200 times.
Oh, okay. I haven't done any co-op summoning. I've been summoned into other games, but mostly just right in front of bosses.
Oh, look at that. He's just there.
Wow.
Horseback riding.
Oh, and there's your little buddy.
Apparently you can't do that.
Yeah, so you can't do that in the vanilla game.
Okay, I've never seen that before where the dragon just took out a whole herd of people.
Yeah, that's a pretty epic moment towards the beginning of the game.
Do they just have a third person just drop in the middle of that fight? Oh, okay. No,
I think it's just a dead thing.
Shared rewards, so you both get the loot.
Oh,
Okay.
that's pretty cool.
Well, wait, you can or you can't rest?
You can't.
When you have co-op, apparently you cannot
see, they're
rest at
sitting in-
races.
Oh, in vanilla you can't,
Yeah.
but in this you can.
Yes.
Oh. I see.
Oh, look, he just turned it on. So normally it's off.
PvE, PvP.
God, could you imagine 10 players just bum rushing bosses? A
Spectator
spectator
cam.
cam.
Whoa.
Okay, that is actually really cool.
Nexus mods. Good old Nexus. There
I've
you
been
go.
I've been brainstorming this idea of doing a.
Oh, there you go. If you want to go watch the tester. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
That's
you.
okay. I've been brainstorming an idea for like I've got this emote called FMG Cam, where I've got like this camera on my arm, and I have an idea to like play a game in co-op with somebody else and just be the other camera.
I did that when Warzone first came out, and I was playing with my friends. I actually created a scene that I called the Call of Duty watch room, because I died a lot, so I needed something to keep the entertainment going.
Yeah.
So I would keep the spectator mode on inside of like a special window, and then commentate the gameplay from there.
Yeah. It's sort of like that. I think in Elden Ring, to have like an alternate perspective as somebody else is like going through and just like watching that, and even from a viewer's point of view, if you can have both up at the same time, I don't know. I think
that would be sick.
I think
that does sound awesome.
There's also another video that I saw of like Millennia, one of the toughest bosses, fighting against other bosses in the game.
They modded it. Yeah, where they had her going against other bosses.
Yeah,
I saw that on TikTok.
You saw that. Yeah. So I think it would be awesome in a stream to like set up different style boss fights where it's like this boss versus this boss, and then have chat vote on the different
on who's gonna
who's gonna win, or can you have like multiple bosses versus multiple bosses, like teams match. Like it's almost like wrestling, like setting up like custom wrestling matches. I've seen like streamers do that with wrestling games, but instead with here's the video right here. Yeah, pull it up so they can see it. Millennia, she fights every single boss, and she, I think, loses to two. I think she loses to two bosses.
Yeah, I think you're right.
But see how this like camera's like this free, this like free camera that's just floating, and you can sort of
no clip.
I feel like that would be sick. It would be so cinematic too, but like the cinematic potential. In terms of like this alternate point of view stream where you could like go to like the main camera, but you could even go to an alternate one. I've wanted that like in sports for a long time now.
Yeah, like Madden or something like that.
Yeah, like even just like more customization over the viewing experience where it's like, listen, maybe I just want to have this camera. Maybe I don't want to have commentary. Maybe I want to like, click between like different camera angles if I want to. I feel like, I don't know, maybe there's not enough people that would be interested in that, and that's why they don't do that yet. But I like the idea of that in Elden Ring especially, and then also in sports. And this, I think, would be really cool. Especially if you were able to add, like, what if it was like a 4-on-4?
That would be cool.
And back to your idea, like, if you had 4 people in a game versus 4 other people, that could be just crazy.
Just an insane type of fight.
I love that. And I was talking about this on stream. I want a game that is just like Elden Ring, but maybe tuned a little bit more on the arcade side of things. Like, there are a couple moments where you roll up and there's potentially like 10 plus knights that you're fighting, and it can turn into like a pretty crazy brawl. And I like the idea of just more like chaotic fights with like multiple summons on your side. Like, it gets crazy. You bring in a summon squad of 5 ghosts, 5 spirits, and then you're fighting against 15 plus enemies, and it's just crazy. And I feel like Dynasty Warriors, I haven't played those games in such a long time, and they're basically just like mash the same attack over and over again.
Yeah.
But if you took the chaos and the sheer number of enemies, like if it's almost like, okay, if you had a total Warhammer game, but you could like drop in to the battlefield and like actively engage in this massive war, you know, like a battle in a huge war. That's just like a dream that I have for a game
that would be
to be.
It kind of remind like you saying that, and again, I don't know how familiar you are with Game of Thrones, but there's a shot in the later seasons during what is called the Battle of the Bastards.
And this chick, her tits are out, man, and
in
they
the
are
middle
just
of the fight.
bouncing. Now, I know that doesn't have anything to do with what you were saying, but I just
But
have
still.
to mention these tits. Futureman. I just
They
was
were
thinking
nuts.
I was
They
zoning
were
you
everywhere.
out, and I was thinking of these giant. No, go on.
But like, all right, so Battle
You
of the
said Game of
Bastards-
Thrones, and I was like, boobs.
But yeah, all everywhere. But Jon Snow's sitting there,
Yeah.
and the army is just charging at him.
Dude.
He's by himself in the middle of the field.
Yes.
And all he does is he just draws his sword and squares up. And that is what I see in my head right now,
Yes.
what you're talking about. And just that
Dude.
shot was
Amazing.
beautiful.
Yeah, dude.
Beautiful.
Even if it was maybe a Game of Thrones game would work. You know, it's
I
like
would love a Game of Thrones game like that.
with massive battles like that. I
Being
just
able
think
to
that would
play
be
the Battle of the Bastards and all that
Dude.
other stuff. Like, oh, it would be sick.
because Dynasty Warriors, I feel like, was always pretty basic in terms of like your attacks and overall combat. And Elden Ring is just so deep and dynamic that, again, a lot of it is more focused on these smaller scale combat scenarios and like navigating the world and dealing with these kind of tougher enemies. But I think that you could still keep the core mechanics and depth. Again, I like went through and tested almost every single weapon that I could with my current build, and there's just so many different style weapons that you can use that just feel so different, and the combat is just so satisfying. It's just awesome. But I like the idea again of a little more chaos, you know, a little more like just craziness in terms of these large scale battles, you know. So I don't know. I don't think that they're gonna go that direction from Soft, but maybe, and we were talking about this a little bit earlier, it's like another company sees, hey, that style game is really cool. Let's do something like that, but our own little twist on
Maybe
it.
one day.
So
Maybe one day.
yeah, that'd be pretty neat. But yeah, that co-op mod seems pretty cool, and also so much potential for more mods with Elden Ring. I'm excited to see what that's like, and that's also cool for people who maybe want to play the game but aren't feeling like they can, and they don't want to be getting invaded. So there's that extra level of customization where you can kind of play the game how you want to. I think you'll be
That's
fine.
me.
I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be fine if you go in and bring in some co-op
I'm
friends.
just gonna come over holding my PlayStation, crying, please, protect me.
Listen, one word, Oleg. Okay, you
Oleg?
find
I'm on-
find
all right, I'm
Oleg,
on it.
level
Oleg.
him up, and he will be your guide. He will be your hero.
I'm on it.
All right, what do we got next, Pizza Dude?
All right, Mike's favorite game in the whole world, Sea of Thieves.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Hello Kitty Island
Hell-
Adventure.
hello-
Yeah, see
yeah.
it
Yeah, besides that,
Barbie Horse Ranch. There's a new adventure coming out. It's called Lost Sands. Pirates will have a choice: work together to repair the Golden Sand Outpost, or indulge in the loot and plunder philosophy of pirating and join Reapers in stopping the reconstruction
What?
effort.
See, I didn't look into any of this because I knew we would end up talking about this. What are you talking about? All right, you're saying we like the community has the choice
Yes.
of whether or not Golden Sands comes back.
So I'll read some more points and maybe it'll shed some light.
Hold on, I got to get comfy here. All right.
So this is the first adventure where players will be directly pitted against one another. Rare will track participation and see which side ends up being more popular. That copies of it, so ignore that. And then the event runs from May 26th to June 9th. So basically, it looks like they're gonna, you just choose a side and it's PvP, and then they track which side is more popular.
I don't know what that means. What do you think?
All right, so in the Sea of Thieves, it is a PvE type game with a lot of PvP involved.
Right? Yes. Okay.
Okay, there is a group, a faction called the Reaper's Bones, which is basically just all about PvP.
Yes.
Right? And PvP is really popular with that. I do enjoy it sometimes. I'm also very much about the adventure side of it.
Yeah.
But from what this is saying is people can choose to be the good guys and try and bring back this outpost that was destroyed a few months ago and reap the rewards of just being a good person and bringing back all the people that were lost when this outpost was destroyed
In like a different event.
Yes.
Okay, I see. So they're kind of tying the different events together.
Yeah, in this Sea of Thieves plan for this year was like every month or every few weeks they were going to come out with a new adventure.
Yeah.
That all tied together, but they wanted to make more story-based stuff because of how successful A Pirate's Life, the Pirates of the Caribbean story mode was.
Okay.
So
Cool.
you either be the good guys or you can be a pirate and murder and plunder your way. But from what I'm understanding is it's going to cause this outpost to basically just stay
there
abandoned.
or not be there.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we got a trailer here. I haven't seen this yet. This is the first Mad Dog reaction. We get to see what the SS Doggy Style is going to be up to.
Oh, gosh.
All right.
Here we go.
Mad Dog. Okay, all right.
Hey, I have that
The
bird.
Reapers might think they've already won, but we'll show them that we don't stand for that sort of nonsense in the Sea of Thieves. We can fight back. We can rebuild Golden Sands.
Oh, yeah? And who's gonna rebuild it? You?
Well, obviously we can't do it alone. We're gonna need every brave and true pirate that calls these seas home. We need to gather as many supplies as we can and bring them here. We'll show the Reapers we don't give up so easily.
Do you know these guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy talking, his name is Merrick. He's famous for hunting down megalodons.
Okay.
It was actually through a mission he did that you were introduced to them. This is the Reapers' hideout.
I see.
So, they think they can just rebuild. We must act swiftly. They cannot be allowed to restore Golden Sands. We will call more pirates to our banners, and all will tremble before the might of the flame.
Okay. All right.
Is that exactly what that island looks like in the game?
Both of those are game accurate. Wow. All right.
Choose your side. All
I
right.
can't, dude. I can't do it. I'm calling it here.
What do you
calling
think?
it here. I gotta save Golden Sands. I'm on the side of good here. I gotta follow with Merrick. Hey, you know, as much as I love the PvP and I love all that stuff, I can't do it.
So you're going to be in. You're going to be checking it out.
I'm going to be rebuilding. And I think someone in the chat is being a negative Nancy over there.
Oh, Blurbs is here. What
Hey,
up, Blurbs? Let's talk about Blurbs.
Oh yeah, we can do that.
As long as we're talking about Sea of
You
Thieves.
were showing me this, and I was watching this Blurbs. I watched this video, and I got to tell you, this is insane. I love it. I love every idea about it. And like I mentioned earlier, I'm not huge on the PvP, but this could get me deeper into it. I
We're doing it
absolutely
live.
love the idea. Pizza Dude, let's throw this video up and show and show any other Sea of Thieves fans what we got.
Yeah,
here.
I don't know what this
Everyone,
is.
After months of work, I am super excited to announce Sea of Thieves' first PvP and player-made voyage, and I'm calling it Scurvy Scroll. It's a custom app that provides an extra challenge for PvPers in Sea of Thieves, and the way that it works is you start with only your pistol and bananas, and you must sink ships and complete optional challenges to earn silver. With this silver, you then can buy permanent upgrades like new weapons or food tiers, and individual items like chain shots, blunderbombs, etc. The goal is to get as much silver as you can without spending too much on upgrades or items, because once you sink, it is over. But once you're finished, you get to create a unique tweet based on your results to show off to your friends. So for example,
Love
right
the,
here, one of my
little
challenges was
emojis.
to land 10 consecutive cannonballs on an enemy ship. And once doing so, I can just open up Scurvy Scroll, and since I'm using the EXE, I can just do that simply with a keyboard shortcut. I scratch it off, I'm awarded silver, and then I move on to my other challenge, which was tucking next to an enemy player for 30 seconds. And I do that as well as sink their ship. So after scratching that off and sinking their ship, I have enough silver to finally purchase the cutlass. That way I can use something other than just the pistol. Not only is this an extra challenge, but it completely changes the way you play the game. For instance, rather than going immediately for a Reaper 5 you might see in the distance, you might want to go level up first on easier prey so you can purchase some better weapons. This app is available on web browsers and mobile devices for you console players, but the best experience is downloading it to use directly on top of Sea of Thieves like you're watching right now. It will stay on top of the game while you play so you can easily access it. However, on the Microsoft Store version, Sea of Thieves does have to run in windowed mode to be able to use it on the same monitor, although you can just use a different monitor or your phone if you prefer. It's public,
Nice.
free, does not hook into the game's code at all, and has actually been approved by Rare themselves. To access it, simply go to
The stamp of approval.
scurvyscroll.com
Love it.
on your PC or phone, where you can also find the download.
Just the
link
extra
for
hard
the
mode for
EXE
people who are
to
bored
play
after
on top of
3K hours. I
This
feel
took
you,
a
Blurbs.
ton of time and work, and I hope you all enjoy it. And I will be watching the hashtag on Twitter. I can't wait to see how you fare on your
Nice.
very first Scurvy Scroll.
So
Hey, everyone.
I watched this, and I love the idea, especially for content creators for Sea of Thieves. I think this adds a little bit more of entertainment challenge. I love the little UI up there at the top that keeps cycling and tells you your challenges. I think that looks beautiful. I can't find anything wrong with it. I love the challenges. I think those would be a lot of fun to try and do.
Yeah.
Another thing I would like to see, and Blurbs, you might already be working on it. You may have already been told this, but as somebody who does more of the PvE side of things, I maybe one day after the success grows on this, maybe a PvE one with like, you know, killing so many megs or, you know, no, I'm not saying, hey, I want this now.
Blurbs, if
I
it's not
definitely
done by
wanna try
tomorrow,
this.
Blurbs, you
done.
are
Banned. You
Listen,
think the ban
pal.
hammer is bad? I'll bring out the
get back
ban.
to work, Blurbs. Cool.
But
Check
no,
it out.
This is beautiful. I'm definitely gonna try this out.
I almost feel like Blurbs just did this because I mean, 3,000 hours is crazy. I've just played 200-something hours of Elden Ring, and I could probably play a couple more 100 hours, but yeah, my God, he's creating his own, like, fun. I almost feel like Rare should, like, be bringing this in and actually developing this and, like, paying Blurbs
Oh, yeah,
for, like, this idea. It's almost
deserves
like,
money.
listen, you have so many people who are still playing your game, and obviously they're still working to bring out this new content. And I mean, I'm constantly amazed that there are so many games that are able to continually, bring out new content. Like what is it? What's this called when they do this style game with the seasons and the passes and they continue? A game for service or something? Is that what it's called?
I think that's
Games as a service.
Games as a service. Would this be considered a game as a service? So this game as a service that where they get you in, they have content, but then their plan is to build it out over years. Because how Sea of Thieves has been out for how many years now?
Oh,
like
God, 4 plus.
Yeah. So. I mean,
I remember
they have got players who have been playing a lot, and if there's new ways for people to play your game and to stay engaged on your game, I would be.
I remember.
I'd be hyped if I were them and people were developing stuff like this. I'd be really promoting the hell out of this if I were them. So they're
100%.
lucky.
Blurbs, man, we need to get together and try this out. I need a good PvP partner if I'm gonna try this. But I remember booting this up day one, and just nothing. You have islands, you have missions. That's it.
Oh, the game when this game
When
first
this
came
game
out.
First came out, there were no Megs. There was the Krakens. And
Pirate Legend. That was your goal.
Really?
Yeah, to get to Pirate Legend. And it took me 2 years to do that because I kept screwing around. I was blowing up my friends. I was messing with other people's ships.
Yeah.
This game is 100% make your own adventure. Yes, the missions are great and all this stuff. And, they got the story stuff and they got the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff and all that. But it's still, at its core, in my opinion, is still make your own adventure. Go out there, blow up your friends. Sneak onto a ship and blow it up. Or just see how long you can be disguised as a barrel.
Sure, yeah.
This game is fueled 100% by the gamers.
Right.
By the people playing it. And, oh my God, it's very rare that I have so much fun playing games like these because I get super bored after a while doing the same thing over and over. And although with this, you are doing the same thing over and over, but it's always different. I'll go ahead and pick up a treasure hunt thing and not even get it done.
Right.
Because I'm too busy screwing around.
Yeah.
I'm throwing up on people. I'm getting locked in the brig. We're fighting Megs and Krakens and ghost ships and skeleton ships. It's nuts.
I guess it's it's a double-edged sword because the game came out pretty bare bones, as you said.
Oh yeah.
But now they've over the past 4 years have added a lot of content, and the game's in a much better spot. We've seen a lot of games do that. Launch maybe not in the best spot. There was a lot of hype around this game too. But yeah, I've never played it. I for somebody coming in for the first time, it'll probably be pretty cool when I check it out because everything will be fresh and
I
new.
would imagine it would be, maybe it might be a little overwhelming just with all the things you can do now.
Yeah.
But I would be super excited to see that first time you hear the music change because, a Meg's popping up or the first time you encounter a Kraken and you see how that starts up because this game does it so well where you'll just be chilling. You're sailing, you're going, you're do-do-do-do, and then all of a sudden the music changes completely and the intensity revs up and all hell breaks loose.
Ooh.
So
cool.
I think that would be fun. That would be very interesting to see for the first time.
Yeah. Well, there it is, new Sea of Thieves. It's not a new season, just expansion, content, new Sea of Thieves. Adventure. And then also, you guys be sure to check out Blurbs' PvP add-on. Maybe just drop that link in the chat, Pizza Dude. So there's the link. You guys can click that, check it out, download it. Blurbs, very freaking cool, man.
Dude, it's beautiful. Beautiful blurbs.
We have any more gaming news?
That is all, unless you have anything else you would like to talk about.
That's it for the gaming news. We covered Tunic. I finished Elden Ring, one of the best games I've ever played. You played Dead Space.
Played some Dead Space. I had you know, it's amazing. I played that game years ago, and I thought jumping back into it, it would be like an old glove, and it's just like, oh, hey, here we are. We're playing Dead Space. No big deal. I forgot everything about that game, and instantly was just thrown back into that sense of terror that this game causes, and it did not help the remake's chances at all. If not, it made it even harder to impress me because of just how
the bar was already set pretty high.
It was so stupid high.
Yeah.
For such a simple game.
Yeah, they really crushed it with those games.
When you really think about it and you actually look at the game and the gameplay and the mechanics and everything, it was not that complex of a game.
Right.
Once you get around the locked mechanic of, oh, it's a dead thing, shoot it in the body, and you reprogram your brain to, okay, we got to shoot its legs off, we got to shoot its arms off, we got to shoot its head off.
Yeah.
You know, we have to dismember instead of just mag dump.
Is it a disc gun? What is it?
There is a disc gun. They have a thing called a Ripper. Pons, my boy. I see you over there.
Ripper.
They have the Ripper, which basically like shoots a saw blade out, and you can like swipe it back and forth.
Oh yeah.
But like the main weapon is the plasma cutter or something like that, and it like you have a vertical shot and a horizontal shot.
Yeah.
So you can flip it back and forth based on like what you need the best.
Yeah, I like
dismember.
that. I like that a lot. That was an awesome weapon.
God, I'm so excited.
So you're still playing through those?
I am. I think I'm almost done with the first one. We'll move on to the second one. That might get put on pause now because we need to go save Golden Sands. But
so many good games.
Yeah, essentially you are a repairman thrown into hell. That's Dead Space. There you go. Explain Dead Space badly.
Yeah. Well, guys, that is going to be it for part 1 of tonight's podcast. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will be getting lost in time. Our gaming segment where we use the Video Game Encabulator 5000 to randomly pull games from the past into the retro future, and we play them for 10 minutes. What games will we play? Find out after this break. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in live. And if you're watching on YouTube, it will be in the next video, part 2. Pizza Dude, excellent job with the gaming news segments. And MadDawgMike, Pizza Dude, and I, Futureman, we'll be back in a few minutes. This has been the RetroLab podcast, live on Twitch. We'll be right back. We're gonna also, I want to give a quick shout out to my buddy DJ Cutman, who just released a new album. I think I'm pretty sure he produced it. He's a producer, but he also worked on some of the tracks. I don't think he was just the producer. I think the artist that he worked with is called Coffee Date. Game Chops has been doing a lot of lo-fi hip-hop video game album remixes.
All right.
And they just dropped Stardew and Chill. So enjoy some Stardew and Chill, and we'll be back in a few minutes right here live on Twitch in the RetroLab. See you guys in a few.